Hi and welcome back. Today we're going to make our way into sugarcane pose against the wall. Embracing those challenging poses helps you to discover your full potential. So let's stretch. Starting out in mountain pose with your arms along your sides, palms facing forward, and setting an intention for your practice today. And taking a deep inhale as you bring those arms up overhead, palms together, and exhale, swan dive. Inhale, opening your heart forward with a flat back, and exhale, stepping back with that right leg into a high plank, and then the left. Releasing your knees and sinking all the way down, elbows in. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog, and holding it here. And then exhale, coming back into your down dog. Lifting your hips up, pedaling those feet, spreading through your toes, pressing those palms and fingers all into the mat. Extending through those arms, wrapping the outer arms in. Then lifting that right leg up into three-legged dog, bending the knee and opening up to the right, squaring those armpits to the mat. And then stepping forward into a low lunge. Keeping that front knee aligned right above your ankle. Taking a deep inhale as you bring those arms up overhead, palms together, interlacing those fingers, shifting your weight forward, keeping that knee aligned still. And then releasing those arms down. You could reach back for your forearms or interlacing your fingers and opening your heart forward and up for a little back bend here. And then release and stepping forward into your fold. Taking a deep inhale, coming all the way up overhead, palms together, and exhale, swan dive. Inhale, opening your heart forward with a flat back, and exhale, stepping back with that left leg, and then the right into a high plank. Releasing your knees, you're sinking all the way down, elbows in. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, coming back into your down dog. Lifting that left leg up into three-legged dog, bending the knee and opening up to the left. And then stepping forward into a low lunge. Taking a deep inhale as you bring those arms up overhead, palms together, interlacing those fingers. Shifting that weight forward. And then releasing those arms down, interlacing your fingers, and opening up. Tucking that belly button to the spine. Always making sure that lower back feels okay here. And then release. And step forward into your fold. Inhale, raising your arms up overhead, palms together. And exhale, swan dive. Inhale, opening your heart forward with a flat back. And exhale, stepping back with that left leg into a warrior two. You can wiggle that right foot in between your feet, aligning your back arch with your front heel, placing your block on the inside of your foot, releasing those shoulders down, and finding that focal point straight ahead, maintaining that balance. Making sure to keep that front knee in line with your second toe. And then making your way into triangle pose, extending through the front leg, and then reaching forward for your lower leg or your block. You can lower the block as you reach up with your left hand up towards the ceiling. And then coming back into your warrior two, and then into your peaceful warrior, reaching all the way up. You could stay up here reaching for the ceiling, Or if you wanted to come back a little bit more, opening your heart forward and up. And now coming back to your triangle. So we'll flow through this a few times. You could always stay on your fingertips. And then back into your peaceful warrior. Taking your time, really grounding down into your mat. Last time. And then bending into that front knee, coming into extended side angle pose. And reaching forward over that ear. And then release down. Now we're going to place that block to the side, turning those toes facing forward, and then we're going to turn them out into apply squat position. Bringing your hands to your thighs and extending all the way up. So extending those legs first, coming into star. So extending those arms up, really grounding down into those feet. And then bringing those palms together to heart center, coming into goddess pose and coming down into a squat. And then coming back up, making your way back into your warrior two. And then cartwheeling those arms forward, coming into your fold. Taking a deep inhale as you come up, reaching up overhead, palms together, and exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, opening your heart forward with a flat back, and exhale, stepping back with that right foot into a warrior two. So coming into warrior two on the opposite side, setting up your block, checking your alignment, keeping that front knee aligned. Releasing those shoulders down, away from your ears. And then making your way into triangle pose. Lifting that right arm up towards the ceiling as you bring that left hand down to the block. Pressing that left big toe into the mat. And then coming back into your warrior two. And then peaceful warrior. And coming back to your triangle. So taking your time here, slow and controlled in your transition. And back into your peaceful warrior. Allowing your breath to guide you. Last time. And then making your way into extended side angle here. Reaching that arm over your ear. You could look up at your fingertips if that feels okay. And then coming back up, placing that block to the side, turning those toes facing forward, and then into apply squat position, bringing your hands to your thighs, and then rolling up, extending through those legs, coming into star, reaching up. And then bringing those palms together at heart center, coming into your goddess pose. And then coming all the way up, turning those toes back into your warrior two. position and coming into forward fold. Taking a deep inhale as you come all the way up, raising those arms overhead, palms together, and exhale, swan dive all the way down. Inhale, opening your heart forward with a flat back, and exhale, stepping back with that left leg into your warrior two. Now keeping that block handy, we're going to make our way into half moon pose from here. So placing your one block on a diagonal from that right foot, and now we're going to place your hand on that block. You could slide that left leg forward and then place that block a little further, and then extending that left leg back, flexing your foot, and then if you wanted to open up to the ceiling and then looking over that left shoulder. And then releasing back down into your fold. Taking another deep inhale as you come up and reach up, palms together, and exhale, release all the way down. Inhale, opening your heart forward with a flat back, and exhale, stepping back with that right leg into your warrior two, placing your block on the side of your left toes, diagonally away from them, and then coming up into your warrior two. Now making your way into half moon pose on the opposite side. So grabbing that block, stepping forward with that right leg, and then bringing it up and extending back. So placing that block where it feels right for you. For balance, you could always look down at your toes. If you wanted to extend that arm up, and then looking over your shoulder. And then slowly lower, coming into a forward fold. More relaxed forward fold, releasing the rib cage down into your thighs. Now taking a deep inhale as we come all the way up, reaching up overhead, palms together, and then exhale, stepping your left foot out and opening up, turning those toes facing forward, stepping those feet out about 3 to 5 feet apart, bringing your hands to your hips, sitting your hips back, and opening your heart forward and up as you lower down into a wide-legged fold. Extending those arms back, interlacing your fingers, and releasing your head down, lifting those shoulders up away from your ears. And then release. Now we're going to turn those toes facing forward and step back to the top of your mat, releasing down into a fold. And then taking a deep inhale as you reach all the way up overhead, palms together, and then down to heart center. So we're going to take our mat a little bit closer to the wall. So we're going to make our way into dancer pose. So we're going to keep it close to the wall so we can make our way right into sugarcane pose after dancer. So keeping your block handy, we'll place it on the mat here. And place your foot. You could measure it out, you could feel it out. You could always step a little closer. About a foot's width away from the wall, so you could lean into the wall. Okay, and then coming into your dancer, bending that left leg, and then grabbing onto your foot, and then reaching forward. So see how my shoulder is leaning against the wall, so you have that extra support, and your hip, my hip could lean a little bit too. So coming into your sugarcane pose, you're going to place your hand on the block. And again, you could keep leaning into the wall. You could go deeper if you wanted to. And then slowly coming out, we're going to come into a forward fold here, bending those knees and allowing your ribcage to sink down into your thighs. And then rolling up and switching sides. So bringing your block with you, placing it on your mat, and making your way into your dancer first. So again, making sure that you have a little room between your foot and the wall, and then bending that knee, grabbing onto your foot, always taking it in steps. So going a little bit at a time. You could hold it here. If that's better for you, you could lean against the wall, and then you could always challenge yourself a little bit by not leaning into the wall and just finding that focal point straight ahead to help you maintain that balance. So looking at the same spot the whole time. And if you wanted to go further into it, reaching further. And again, you don't have to lift your leg up too high. You do what you can. Listening to your body always. And then making your way into sugarcane pose. So again, you could lean that shoulder into the wall. You could go deeper into it. And then slowly release from your pose. We'll step forward into your fold. And then we'll pull this mat away from the wall a little bit. And making your way into a wide-legged child's pose here. Releasing your forehead down to the mat. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. If you're up for another challenging practice, watch this video with the relaxing sounds of the ocean in the background.